So we've been hanging out here. I feel like I've been welcomed into this like secret club, the Old Pirate Lane Club. You know, you've all got great deep roots here. You've all contributed to the legacy of the place. You've lived here, Barbara, for how long?
Since 1976.
And your house is how old?
Well, I was told that it was 50 years old when we bought it. That's where the Nerios lived, and it was just a single-story smoke building.
Ran the airport, which would be right behind us.
Right, exactly.
So you were describing over the years, in terms of community here, there were, what, volleyball games or tournaments? And...
When we moved in 76, this was a dirt road. It's a private road, and it was maintained by the residents. So we used to have barbecues down at the end of the street and play volleyball in the middle of the street. If a car came, we just lifted up the net and the car would go.
And there was a sign that would welcome you on Old Pirate Lane, right? Like a
yeah, it wasn't real welcoming because it said, you know, this is a private street, adults and children at play. Please drive slowly because we like it that way, something like that. A lot of cars would come up and down this street just to look.
Yeah.
So,
well, there's a real charm about it, a little bit of mystique too. Is it true what would happen on Christmas mornings? You were saying people would go like
yeah,
door to door
yeah.
and just kind of visit with each other and see who got what.
Christmas morning, about 7 o'clock in the morning, there's a knock on the door, and there's a young lady, Susan, and her dad, Chuck, and they're in their pajamas, which is kind of different for me. And I said, you know, it's 7 o'clock. He said, well, come on, we're going to walk down the street. I said, well, I got to get dressed. He said, well, nobody gets dressed. We just walk down the street and we go to all the houses and see all the gifts and say hello, Merry Christmas and everything. And we started doing that. We used to end up at the last house on the left, the Meniere's, and she always had a nice, huge egg omelet dish for us and homemade cinnamon buns that were really, really good. So that was my introduction to the whole street.
You know, I guess things do start to change. There was an iconic pepper tree that was here forever, right?
Down by that telephone pole.
In 2000, I believe, that tree went away.
And it had been there a long time.
Oh, yeah, and it was a great place because we had a little fort at the top, and so it was great for the kids. We'd all meet out there because it was the gathering spot for the kids. There was a little rope swing there.
The sense of community is so palpable when you're just hanging out and talking to all of you, watching as cars go by and everybody checking out why we're here, for one thing.
Yeah.
But you let them know it's okay, you know, and everybody seems like they've got each other's back. Is that what the community's like here?
I think so, and you know, we were going to talk about the well. That's one of the things. Where 13 of the houses were on the private well. I think we were told it was one of the last in Orange County, and like the street, it's you know, privately owned, which meant when the pump went bad, all the neighbors would get together and work together to replace the pump or fix whatever was wrong with it.
Pipe or, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so on that note, you're the well expert. Like, so why don't we lead over here? We can talk about what you lovingly refer to as old pirate water.
Because we had all the professionals that we needed. We had the 2 doctors at the end of the street. Husband and wife were both doctors. We had a nurse.
You had engineers,
We
doctors,
had all the
nurses.
engineers.
Yep.
We had pilots. I'm a retired attorney, so we were able to pretty much take care of ourselves.
Self-sustaining community.
Right.
Yes, yes. Except we didn't have a farm, but
Farm animals.
we had a lot of farm animals. We had a couple of horses,
There were chickens on the street when we moved in.
a lot of chickens. 2 or 3 houses had bees.
Beekeeper, they're raised bees.
Beekeepers, so you got fresh honey for Christmas regularly. That was always neat.